Okey doke.
Oh yeah. But yeah. To those who end up watching this, we apologize for not having it up on the actual Cause F1 stream. We had some technical difficulties with hardware and the games. Two factors going against us tonight. Not that lovely, but
Oh, we're still gonna
we,
try.
yeah, we're managing. It is what it is, and yeah, we're gonna just press on to the best we can. But it looks like looks like we're having qualifying come to an end for the most part. I'm pretty sure guys are out in their last final laps at the moment, and then the session will be over. But looking like so far, it looks like we got Cornish Mantis. Looks like he'll be the man pole unless someone else can top him, followed by Cheesehead and B Schulz, with Chewy and DK running out the top five at this current time until someone oh my, oh yeah, kid, we have a DK and Warren. They said at the exact same times. Not too often that happens. It's kind of crazy. Give us on a lap here. We got Exotic on a lap, it looks like. I'll follow along with him.
I'm not entirely sure what to do at the moment. I can't see anything.
Yeah.
It's not getting an invite back in.
I'll try again real quick. Come on, EA gods. Bless us. That give you something? Try requesting to join real quick. I know you probably tried, but...
How do I do that? Do I...
You click on my name and then it should either say like request to watch or it'll say like request to join.
I don't want to get request to watch.
Ugh, I mean, do you want to or
So you might just have to go solo on this one. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
unfortunately, but it is what it is. We'll get it next week. Ain't nothing but a thing. But for everybody else on this B stream that nobody else is watching right now, we got Cornish Mantis and first on pole, followed by Cheesehead, Chewy, DK, Beashles, Warren, Dream, Rosin, Chase, Orlando, Wing It, Bergie, Delstrom, iExotic, and if I scroll down, Maddie and Harris. That'll be rounding out the grid. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a very casual stream today. Definitely going to just be mostly just kind of showing the action more. Although, yeah, I'll try to keep it somewhat exciting a little bit if anybody does watch it back.
Yeah, I gotta say I've done a lot of these, and this is probably the first time this has ever happened. My PlayStation turned off as I was starting the stream. Factory reset itself as I was starting the stream. At the start of qualifying, and yeah, here we are now.
Oh, you're in?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I thought you were getting excited like you were. I was texting somebody, so I was like partly listening for a second.
If you have time, if you want to hop on this. Oh shit. Oh, sorry.
Did you read what Maddie said?
Yeah, I looked in there. I think under game advice, I don't even know what's in.
Yeah, Ian makes things very complicated.
I don't see anything. I'm assuming I'm looking in the right place. If you got enough time, I mean, if you want to try to hop on to this account and stream from there, might just be something on my end.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm gonna do that real quick then. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream out. Cool. Wait, no, wait, kidding. Alright, well, for those who are watching this after the fact, in this moment, wondering why I'm not really talking that much, it is just, we're trying to, get some technical difficulties sorted out. Alright, so, anyways, I'll probably go over standings and stuff at the end of this race, for anybody who's watching this back, but I'm going to carry on for now. It doesn't seem like we're going to be able to fix anything with getting Kitten in here. We got 5 red lights, and we are underway here at the Italian Grand Prix here at Monza. Looks like Cornish Mantis got a really good launch. Cheesehead maybe even a little bit better one. He's already passed him going into turn 1, and oh, it's getting a little tight around here. 3, almost 4 wide in certain sections. B-Shoals kind of got a little bodied a bit. I think that's either a mistake on his own or he got an assisted spin. It's hard to say. But the rest of the grid, for the most part, has kind of got themselves all sorted out. There's a couple moves being made as Bergie makes a move down the inside on Chase. And I think that's Wing It looking to maybe make one on Warren, but it's not going to happen this time around. He's not close enough. Didn't get a good of a drive out of the corner. Bergie's up another spot. Bergie is flying this week so far. DK was thinking about a move into a Scar, but thinks better of it. He's probably going to wait for now. Going to give it a little bit more time before he makes such a move. But he gets a really good run out of the corner. Absolutely dust Cornish Mantis. Looks like Wing It is past Warren. Oh, maybe not. Maybe Warren's going to hang it around the inside. Wing It takes a very wide line. And Warren is going to use some of his battery and use that to get past Wing It. Chase is going to make a move around the outside into turn 1, and then it's going to stick on Chewy. Chewy might be coming for the switchback. Looks like Chase got the better drive, though. And they're coming upon DK, which must not have had a good exit at all, because they're about to pass him, too. Ooh, DK hangs it around the outside and barely avoids getting spun around, but here comes Wing It on Warren. And Wing It's going to get that move done into the first Lesmos. It looks like, unless Warren's able to hang it around the outside, he does not hang it around the outside. He thinks better than to make that sort of move. Now it's going to come down to Ascari. And Warren is going to be thinking about it around the outside. Will he hang it there? Will he hang it? It looks like he's going to try it. He gets on the curbing. It doesn't help him. Wingett keeps position for now, but Warren's going to try it again into the final corner. Harrisplex might potentially have a run on Wingett. Does not look to be this time around. Looks like Wingett's gonna be able to get away. Oh, we got Bergie right alongside Dream. Oh, that is Wingett around. So Bergie's gonna hang it around on the inside of the first part of the corner. Looks like he's gonna get the move done. Ooh, Razum had to take a little bit of a detour. Must got late on the brakes or something, and outbraked himself and had to take some of the runoff. Chase is looking for a move though now into Ascari on DK and is not gonna. Oh, it might happen. DK went a little deep, and that's gonna set up Chewy for a run on DK as well. DK is about to lose 2 positions in a span of a couple corners if Chewy is able to make this move happen. Chewy's got the slipstream. DK does not. Chewy's gonna try to hang it around the outside and has a little bit of issues with some traction, but I think he got it all sorted out on the exit. He is absolutely gonna fly by both of these guys. Except Chase might be able to contend into this corner, in his first corner. Looks like he's not giving this up at all. Chewy gets put onto the curbing a little bit. Almost had an incident back there. But as of now, it looks like guys are giving each other some respect. Everybody's, hanging around. Everybody's hanging together. Nothing too crazy is going on. But amongst all these guys is Warren about loses it out of the chicane. The DK is on the back of Warren now. Warren will not have DRS, I'm pretty sure. Will this be enough for DK? Don't think so. I don't think this time around. Oh, was not paying attention. I guess Bergie got a run on Cornish out of Ascari into Parabolica. I think Cornish might be able to make a run here. He's got a lot of battery to work with, and Bergie does not. He's coming like a freight train now, down into the first corner. Respectful driving from both of them, and Dream with a very opportunistic move down the inside of Cornish on the exit of turn 2. We got an incident back here, maybe? Nope, I don't know. That's all yellow flags. I'm not too sure what it was for. Chewy is past Chase. I guess Cornish was able to almost contest with Bergie into the other chicane. I really forget the turn's name. I feel bad for that, but Cornish Mantis will have DRS out of the second Lesmos right before Ascari, and that'll keep him in range potentially for the upcoming lap, where we might be able to see him try to go for another run on Bergie. Not too sure exactly what happened to have him lose the place from Bergie, unless Bergie just had a really good run. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that Dream was part of the equation. Forgot about that. But it looks like Cornish was able to salvage that spot from Dream. Maddie, okay, so Harris and Razum and iExotic, they're both going into the pits now. They're the first ones that are going to be jumping. onto some new tires. Yeah, they started on mediums and softs, so yeah, they're gonna try to go to the end on some hard tires, presumably. I'm assuming that the reason why they are pitting this early is probably because of some kind of incident that happened at turn 1. That was maybe what all the yellow flags were for. I'm assuming maybe some wing changes. If I had to guess, potentially, I wish I would have looked at that, but I'm pretty certain it would have been for wings, because there's really no reason for all three of them to have been pitting this early on without it, I suppose. Wing has a 5-second penalty. Don't know where he got that at. Maybe from speeding in pit lane. That's what I'm going to assume. Position changes so far. Bergey's up 10 spots. What a heck of a race from Bergey thus far, as Cornish gets a little loose out of Iscari, and that's going to allow Dream to make up that position. We got Chewy on the back of Cornish right here. I think Cornish might potentially lose another spot as long as Chewy is able to hold in the slipstream a little longer and maybe send a dive down the inside that he thinks better than to do. He's not going to do it this time around. He's going to wait for his moment to come. It'll come eventually if you hang in there long enough and you got the... As long as there's no skill issue, you can make it happen. Warren, though, is able to keep up with DK, and DK has kind of fallen off the pace from the rest of the cars in front. Chase barely hanging on to DRS with this little pack in front of him. But it looks like he's going to have it out of the second Lesmos. He will get DRS onto this upcoming straight, so that'll keep him in the game a little longer. Dream is falling just out of DRS range, but he did make it for that interval. Chewy's going to have a heck of a run here, though, on Cornish into the final corner of Parabolica. I think this might even potentially be move done before the corner. Maybe not. He's going to have to hang it around the outside, though, if he wishes to keep the spot. There we go. DRS activated for, I think, both of these guys. Yep, both of them have DRS. Into turn 1 here. Nice and tidy. The guys are leaving each other plenty of space. Chewy gave Cornish a whole lot of space, probably more than he really needed to. As Warren, as he in Orlando are now battling, Warren was able to keep his spot and still stay within DRS range of DK, as Cornish and Chewy get into the chicane, and I think Chewy might have kind of squeezed Cornish maybe a little bit much, but I didn't get the best look at that. But both drivers are still in the race. Doesn't seem like there's any damage, so not the worst thing, I guess. Chase is looking for a run out of here. I think his run was a little bit compromised and he goes off the track a little bit. That's not going to bode well as for an overtake before the corner, but he will have DRS on the upcoming straight. And is this Maddie around? Maddie is around at the exit of Ascari. Chewy barely got DRS there. Oh, and Cornish is going to send a lunge down the inside on Chase into the first corner, and he's going to have to leave a lot of room on the exit, which is going to allow Chase to hold on to that position a little bit more. And Warren and DK, they're going at it now. Warren has finally caught up to DK and has made his move, and that is on to the next one for E. Warren, but he's going to have to get a move on, though, if he wants to keep DRS from the guys ahead. Ooh, B-Shoals almost loses out of second. Lesmos, he's gonna absolutely fly by Deathstorm now with the 8 instead of DRS and some of his battery that he has saved plenty of. DK runs a little wide on the exit of Parabolica. Oh, and that's Cornish. He's out. He is out of this race. Right into the barrier on the exit of Parabolica. That is such a shame for him. But that is going to pull a safety car out, and that is going to be absolutely beautiful for everybody that are on medium tires. Anyone who's on hard tires, it's not as optimal for you, but it's just doable, I suppose. It's definitely possible to go 17 laps on the mediums, but they are going to be screaming bloody murder at the end of it. I don't think they'll puncture, but they will definitely be pretty worn out. That is to say the least. So I'd say probably pretty much it's a good thing for most of the guys on the grid. Only really a few guys that are really hurt. And even the guys that are on hards, most of them are kind of at the back at the moment anyways, after some of the incidents we had at the beginning of the race, and that is going to allow them to close back up to the top of the field. So I'm sure they're not complaining too much. They're probably not too happy about which tires they're going to be forced onto, but they will take being closer up to the field, so that'd be nice. Alright, I'm just gonna send the stream link into the AM2 chat. Actually, I'm probably gonna put that in the AM community. No, yeah, I'll put in the AM community chat. I just want to tag people. Alright, I am back. Let's see, I got everything all sorted out now. Everybody knows where the stream is at. Since no one really knows where it's at the moment in terms of live, but they have access to it now, and I've been informed that Wingit got a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. That is gonna absolutely destroy his hopes at winning the race, but it is what it is, and he will have to press on. Very unfortunate for our Second, I think I'll have to look at standings, but he's either in second or third at the moment in terms of driver standings. His last few races have not been as good as he would have hoped, but his his first few races of the year, like first 4 races, were absolutely stellar from Wing It. He won, I think, the first 4 races, and then I don't know what happened, but it just started going away from him. And then that allowed BBR Garvey to claim his spot as the man in AM2. But we do not have Garvey here tonight. Don't know if he'll be returning. But I'm gonna get back to the action up to the top. So looks like the order was shaked around a little bit. Looks like the most notable that Matty was able to find his way back up to the top. He looks like he is going to try to run the hards that he pitted on for lap 1 all the way to the end. He is deciding that he would rather take the track position and some more poor tires and try to run him to the end. And the safety car is going to go around for another lap, unfortunately. I think this is like the 3rd lap, honestly, if I am not mistaken. Tell my car to be quiet. Is the game volume just really loud on your end or something? Because if I need to change my audio sliders, I can. Here, let me look at that while I have a moment. Audio mix. Well. Oh, cat. Sorry. Here, I'll yell at him real quick. Yeah, the cat wants it on the action. He wants to help commentate the race, I guess. But we're gonna be going back under green right here. Enough about the cat. Back to the action at hand. Cheesehead is going to get a nice launch. He's going to absolutely fly away from Matty. The rest of the guys are staying fairly close to their guys ahead as DK is already almost alongside Warren. Warren is absolutely glitching everywhere. Warren has some hacks on. He's a little dirty little hacker. As Chewy goes off into the runoff and is going to end up losing some positions out of that. These guys are going about almost went 3 wide for a moment, but Bergie's gonna hang it right around the outside into the beginning part of the chicane. But Matty is gonna fight back. He's definitely not someone you could take lightly. Matty will definitely race you hard. Matty goes a little wide, thinking that Chewy was gonna send the move, which is gonna set up Chewy just perfectly to make this run past Matty, and Matty's gonna lose some positions on those old tires. Into a Scary, but Warren, it looks like Warren got him right before then. But some good moves from Chewy on that first lap of the restart. He had a little bit of a moment in turn 1, but he's salvaged the situation and is able. And when DK's in the pits, I think it's for a wing. I think he and Razum are both coming in for wings, so we'll hang around here for a second. Yes, it is indeed. Oh, and Maddie is around. Maddie's around, Orlando. Of course, as soon as I look away from the action, things start happening. But looks like there was an issue on the exit of turn 2, and it caused a little kerfuffle to happen. Warren, though, on these fresh medium tires, is looking to hunt down Chase, and I think at the beginning of this next lap he will have DRS, and he'll presumably be able to make the move, as Chase is out of battery already. That is usually Warren's issue. You know, Warren, the battery master, or I shouldn't say the battery master, but the master of dumping his battery early on, but he's kind of keeping it together a little bit. Deathstorm gets overtaken by B. Scholes. The DRS is enabled this lap. They aren't going to get it on this straight, but the subsequent straights they will get the aiding of DRS. And Warren, he might not even need it. Honestly, he is absolutely zooming. He's going to make this move on Chase before even the next DRS zone. He's going to get it before the chicane. Dream gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple corner cutting. At this current moment, that would drop him back to about 5th place. But with 11 laps to go, he's got a little bit of time to reduce the damage. But he will be on some disadvantageous tires compared to like Chewy and Warren, and he is going to presumably lose a few spots unless he has the raw pace to keep himself away from them. Oh, and that is Chase! Chase is around and into the wall, and that is Chase's race done. Done and over with on the exit of Ascari. That is going to bring out another safety car. I just barely caught that. I think he got on the curbing a little too much, and maybe too much on the throttle also, and just absolutely sent his car flying around right into the wall, destroying his race. This is going to be good for... Oh, and Warren, you ruined your good performance you were having. You got a 5-second time penalty. I think he might have had to do a mandatory stop, though, from the looks of it. I think he was maybe doing medium, hard, I guess, is what maybe he was doing. I'm not too sure what his idea was there, but, yep, there goes Warren's chances, for the most, presumably at a high-scoring finish, unless something else happens to go his way. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Oh, maybe he's gonna get this mandatory stop out of the way and maybe come in, try to get that 5 seconds off and switch on the sauce, but I don't know. Anyways, looks like we were having a really strong outing though from the Ferrari boys. This must be said. Haven't been able to focus too much on Cheesehead, because Cheesehead has just been absolutely flying out there and kind of separating himself from everybody else, and hasn't been too many battles up here at the front. The top end of the field has kind of got themselves in a nice little spot compared to the rest of the guys at the moment. But Chewy is looking to come on the scene here at this next restart, and is hoping to turn the tables. I'm going to keep an eye on Warren for just a second as we're going around under safety car, just to see if maybe there's some kind of weird little strategy element that Warren's trying to do. Warren does some little wonky tire strats. I assume he's going to go on the softs, if I had to guess. Still don't know why he ever pitted. I'm going to have to check the race director to see. Exclusive drift GT. I have front wing damage. No, I'm assuming that is Mr. Warren, presumably. I'm gonna check his stops. So did he try to just get what was his idea there? Let's see. Yeah, he went medium, medium, hard. So he had to do his mandatory stop. Oh, it's Chewy. Hello there, Chewy. Yeah, so Warren did his mandatory stop in terms of tires. Okay, interesting. But Chewy does have, he is informed me he has wing damage. Hopefully that is not too debilitating for him. Hopefully he will be able to manage. Chewy can definitely perform really well, so hopeful to see him maybe make some moves regardless. He is on a better tire. He just will not have any downforce, but he will have mechanical grip. He will have that advantage. Looks like the safety car is going to go around once more, and then we'll be back underway. Maddie's in the pits. Maddie's going to throw on some softs, presumably. No wing though, right? No wing, just tires. But Destrom, he's gonna put Destrom up in the P9. Really hope to see Destrom maybe potentially getting some moves on some guys. It'd be nice to see Destrom back in the top 5 here at Monza. I believe 2 seasons ago he finished P5 here at Monza after a wild race that was, season 9. And as I said at the beginning of starting this broadcast, just because due to all the issues we were dealing with earlier, and trying to get Kitten back in here on the main comms account to run the stream on there, I did not get a chance to run through standings, but I will do that at the end of this race, and I can maybe give a slight idea into any potential shakeups in the standings after looking at the standings going into this week and observing the final results of this race, the unofficial results. It looks like we're gonna get back underway here, so I'm gonna follow along with Dream to see what kind of jump Cheesehead gets. Is he gonna get a nice little launch again? Looks to be so, maybe not as much as he did last time, but he definitely did get a good launch. Bergie is all over the back of Dream. Somebody gained a position. I didn't really see what it was. I think Wingit might have gained a spot for a second. Some guys are going too. Why is Chewy's going to be pushed? Oh my goodness, there goes DK. DK absolutely flew into the picture. I don't even know what happened. Orlando was beached. But, yeah, that's what happened. I'm sure there's gonna be some incident reports, and there goes Schultz into the wall. Deathstorm gets into the B. Schultz. That is another set of drivers there. Oh, what is going on? What is happening? This is turned into an absolute crap show. In a family-friendly way of putting it. Yeah, that was something. But moving on back up here. The only real battles we got now after a couple corners of losing about 4 or 5 guys is between Chewy. Okay, we got another full course safety car again. Orlando did not retire on track. Something must have happened to Orlando as well. Chase says he hates Monza. I love Monza. It could be painful when you're on the receiving end of some crap sometimes, but it's definitely a fun track. It brings out some chaos, which might not be loved by certain people, depending on if you're on the receiving end of it or not. Sorry, my mother had to interrupt this broadcast. But looks like everybody, for the most part, except for some of the guys at the top, they're strapping on some softs, some fresh softs, and they're going to run the rest of the race on there. That gives Chewy. Chewy's going to lose a couple positions, but he's going to be replacing that front wing, strapping on some softs, and that might be able to get him kind of back to where he was beforehand. Chase cannot catch a break at this track. Yeah, it's definitely, you know, luck can be is definitely a factor at certain tracks for certain people. Some people have better luck at some places than others, and sometimes some tracks are just riddled with bad luck for you. Because it's just the name of the game, but it is what it is, unfortunately. While I have a second, I'm going to take a look and see if there's any spice going down in the AM2 chat. After all that stuff. Looks like BK said his foot slipped off the brake pedal. A little bit of spice, but I'm not going to go too into it on the broadcast. Alright, we only have 9 drivers left though. As you can see, Maddie and iExotic, they're coming around to back toward the grid. Let me get ready for this final little stint here. If I had to guess, I don't think the guys on 11 lap old hards are necessarily in the best position. Cheesehead is obviously in the best position of all of them. Some of those guys on the softs are going to have to make some moves happen, and they're going to have to make them very quickly if they wish to challenge Cheesehead for the top of the standings. But yeah, we're about ready to go back to green flag racing. Safety car is about to come in. I'm gonna watch this from Wingett's point of view, see if what kind of a jump Wingett's able to get on these mediums. Cheesehead is absolutely away already. Bergie and Wingett might be able to challenge Dream into the first corner. Got a little bit of a stack going on behind them. Looks like everybody's keeping calm as Bergie cuts across the chicane and hits Wingett, and that's gonna ruin Wingett's chances. He might have damage. I think Bergie might have damage too. He definitely has a penalty with that. Warren's got a P3 at the moment going, and so he got his one penalty removed from earlier. And Harrison and Bergie, they're going at it through the chicane, and Bergie's going to hold the inside, and Harris is going to fly around the outside through the first Lesmos into the second Lesmos. Bergie's gonna back off. Matty's still kind of hanging back. I think Matty's just maybe letting these first lap chaotics, happen. Chaotic moments. Warren though, he is on the back of Dream, who does have a penalty, but this is perfect for Warren. Warren might be able to pass Dream right here, and then go on to challenge Cheesehead for the win. We haven't seen a Warren victory in a little while, but it'll be a welcome sight to see. But Chewy might have a little bit of something to say about it. Chewy might be a little damper on Warren's party with staying so close to him if he just doesn't decide to make any kind of moves. But Warren's going to have the drive of his life on these 6-lap old softs that are probably going to lose a little bit of their pace in the coming laps. So it might even out a little bit with the guys on the hards, but I think Warren will still have a little bit more pace in them. He should, at least. They shouldn't die that soon, but he will probably at least lose by coming the final lap. Maybe be close to them in terms of pace, in terms of the tire wear, but I'm not too entirely certain about that. But we do not have DRS yet. Warren is going to have to wait until the beginning of the next lap to get that. I would probably, if I'm Warren, I'm probably going to hang on to my battery just a little bit longer, because you want to make sure you have that for when the time comes. But Warren's going to be a little slow out of Viscaria, and here comes Chewy. Chewy is going to come ruin Warren's climb to the top by getting in front of him, and what's going to be another car that Warren's going to have to get past if he wishes to get up the Cheesehead. And there goes Warren around. That is. Oh no! Whew. Warren almost caused a giant plane crash on the end of at the exit of Parabolica. Bergie's going to make the move on Harris. He's going to gain that position. Dream and Chewy are going at Chewy gained a position on Dream. In terms of penalties, anything different here? No, they all got all those guys got 3 seconds. Three-second time penalty for Warren. Exotic on the back of Harris. Harris is going to have the drive though. He's got the more mechanical grip. Harris though has DRS on Bergie. Bergie does not. And Bergie's on older tires and has a penalty. It's only a matter and he gets another one. He gets another one and not that it really, I guess it really matters that much, but he does have another one, and presumably you gotta assume that Harris is gonna pounce on him on this next straightaway, so we'll take a look into that. But first we got Chewy. He's gonna be getting this move done early on Cheesehead on the straight, but it's not gonna matter with his 3 seconds of penalties unless he's able to have a stellar couple laps and have a Cheesehead with some bad luck. Yeah, so Harris dispatched Bergie. We got a little bit of a cluster behind us, though. Bergie's cutting the chicane again, and this is the second time where we've seen Bergie cut it in this little stint. Chicane's not doing him too nice. But does Wing have wing damage? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he picked up any from earlier, so that's good for him. Looking again at penalties real quick. Chewy will drop down to about P3, I think. Yep, I think P3 as long as Matty doesn't get that much closer. Which he definitely is getting closer. Then Dream's gonna fall to about 4th or 5th. Bergie's gonna be 8th, and then Warren will be in last as long as kind of things stay relatively the same as they are now. But we're on the final lap here. Cheesehead is leading the pack around one last time around Monza. He's got a little bit of a gap from Cheesehead. He's going to have to get a really good lap in right here, and he's going to have to hope that Cheesehead maybe makes a couple mistakes. Harris gets into the back. Exotic, that kind of loosens up Exotic a bit. Does a little bit of a NASCAR move right there, bumping him. Yeah, and Harris just gets right into the back. Exotic is just, you know, pushing Exotic all around this track. You gotta assume he maybe has a little bit of damage, but it's game won't let me see it right now. Wing It, he's on the back of Harris. He might have something cooking here. Wing It's probably been watching all this happening, wondering what in the world is going on. Wing It's gonna have a good chance for a run out of this corner. He's gonna have it. But Chewy's coming across the line right now, and Harris is gonna send this move on the inside. Is Wing It gonna be able to get one of these last slots? Does not look like he is. So with that being said, that on penalties, Chewy and Dream both lost a spot, and it looks like our final standings with the guys that survived this track. We got Cheesehead being our race winner, followed by Chewy, Maddie, Dream, Exotic, Harris, Wing It, Bergie, and Warren. Those are the guys who survived. I'll go over the non-finishers here in just a moment, but yeah, it was a pretty good race. It's had its share of chaos, and definitely was very interesting to watch, to say the least. I imagine there's going to be just a few unhappy people though after this, but you know, it is what it is. You just gotta move on and go from there. You know, sometimes the cards aren't dealt in your favor, and sometimes they are, and you just gotta, you know, deal with it and go from there. But anyways, great job to Cheesehead. Cheesehead had one heck of a race. He was absolutely dominant. There was pretty much no one that was really touching him the entire time. The only time he got touched was at the very end when Chewy was able to pass him, just due to down to like safety cars and whatnot, but because of Chewy's penalties, that allowed Cheesehead to remain on top and remain supreme for the race. So good job to him. I'm gonna get these guys in here into the party, if possible. I don't think Chewy can. Actually, I'm gonna take a look here. So we got Cheesehead. Okay, so anyways, after the guys I named off earlier, we have Orlando, Deathstorm, B-Shoals, DK, Razum, Chase, and Cornish, who rounded out the rest of the finishing spots. But the guys, I think Orlando will not get a point because I don't think he classified, if I am correct on that. But let me run. Actually, yeah, let me pull up. I can pull up standings. I'll do that at the end. At the end of interviews, I'll do a quick little rundown on that. So contest of speed. Okay, got that open. All right, let me get these guys in here real quick, and so give me just a moment as I let them know. I was asked to take a screenshot with the splits and pins, so give me just a quick sec. Alright, so we got Maddie, Cheesehead, Let me get these guys added in here real quick. Sorry about that. I had to sort out some things. But we got Cheesehead. Do I need to make a new party? What's going on here? Yep, this post race. Give me a second here. I was just making sure getting guys invited real quick. It's just gonna be probably I think just you and Dream. Let me see if Chewy said anything. I don't think he'll be joining, but I'll try to shoot him an invite anyways. He usually doesn't join, but I figured I'd at least shoot him one real quick. So let me do that. MVD Chewy. Alright, there we go. Anyways, she said you had a heck of a performance today. You were class of the field, absolute domination. Doesn't look like any guys were able to really touch you today. Describe us your race, sir.
Pretty straightforward, other than all the stupid safety cars. It's pretty ridiculous with all the wrecking and stuff. So, yeah, we deserve this win. If they deem he didn't go off track somewhere, which would be pretty stupid, we deserve this win. We dominated the race, and that's how it goes.
Who going off track we talk about?
The McLaren, if they remove his penalty, it'd be very not fair.
Oh, yeah. Cause, yeah, Chewy, he did go off track at some point, but I think he slowed down though to give be nice and give the spot back as he probably as he should. But yeah, I think they mentioned it. Yeah, that's probably a good point to bring up that he could potentially get that removed if stewards deem it so. But great job, Cheesehead. Way to point that out for me and be a class act and congratulate Chewy in that way on that for. But anyways, we're gonna move on to Dream. I don't think I've spoken to you in quite a while, but your race was from what I could gather, it was mostly kind of more lonely at the top. You had a little bit of moments where you did have to make some battles with some guys, but and then you had the track limit penalties that kind of took you just outside of the podium. But how would you view the race? Right, and you can swear because we're not on the cost stream, so normally you would not be able to, but we are on the Cam Tizzle stream, so you're more than welcome to. Yeah, no rules in the Tiz stream. Right. I think you made a good decision to stay out there, and just because that penalty that was looming over your head, able to keep the track position and mitigate the damage. But it was a good drive from you. You made the most of it. You stayed out of all the carnage that there was. I think DK he was saying in the chat that he accidentally his foot slipped off the brake and he came in like a Mack truck into turn one and absolutely killed whoever. I don't even know who it was. I forget which car it was. I'll have to go back and look at it, but there ended up being like several cars that got taken out. And that little incident is like from that incident and then like an incident afterwards with Deathstorm and Beachels up the road. They ended up getting into it before out of the exit of 2 on that like long right-hander. And they got sent to the wall, took them out of the race. But yeah, good job, dude. It was good to see you at the top of the field, and hopefully you can keep this momentum going into future races, and maybe find yourself in the best of the rest category. So, good job to you, sir. And you are more than welcome to bounce out of here if you would like. I'm gonna run through some of the standings real quick, and since I didn't get a chance to do that before the race, yep, we'll see a dream. Good chatting. But for the rest of the people who might be still watching up to this point, I'm gonna do a quick little rundown on the standings and maybe see maybe mention some things on how the rest of the championship could be shaped up after today. So going into this race, BBR Garvey had 159 points, and that's a 39 point lead over Wingit, but Garvey was not here today. And Cheese had 5 less points than Wingit at 115 points. Chewy 72 points. Chase 55. Warren 48. Texas Tornado, I don't think he'll be back in here though. He has 53 points. Looking at constructors, McLaren with 231 points, followed by Ferrari's 147 and Alfa Romeo's 140. So it's a nice little battle between Alfa Romeo and Ferrari. And then after those top 3 in constructors, you got I haven't ran down these in a while, so in a couple races. But we got AlphaTauri at 95, Red Bull 59. I skipped over Alpine at 73. Mercedes 47, Williams 40. Aston Martin 28, and the Haas in last, like in real life, past years real life, 26. So after today's race, regardless of if the penalties get removed or not, that's easily going to propel Cheesehead back into the thick of things, and he's going to be able to contend against Garvey. If he might even be the leader, given that BBR Garvey might not be showing back up. It's not confirmed yet, but Cheesehead, assuming that Garvey is sticking around, will put himself right back into the fold and wing it. I think he finished, I think 7th or 8th. So I'll give him a little bit of points, but Cheesehead will definitely overtake Wing It after today. So that'll put Garvey in first, Cheesehead second, Wing It third. Chewy, regardless of whether he wins or not, he's gonna get close to 100 points, and he's actually getting really close to Wing It. So Chewy might end up overtaking Wing It in the Drivers' Championship soon. And I think that's all that's really notable. Warren, he's getting close to overtaking Chase for that 5th spot in the standings. He didn't get that many points today, but he's about 7 points off of Chase. So nice little battle for 5th place going on there in the driver's standings. But with that being said, this has been Contest Speed with your host Cam Tizzle. You guys have a great night, and just want to say that next week we should have the stream back up on the main account. A little bit of technical difficulties today, but we made the most of it. I was running our B stream here tonight. But yeah, everybody have a great night.